This is part 3. I just went to turn off the video. Well, I turned off the video and put it on again, but I've been feeling a little bit low, so I'm gonna eat some food. But I have been told to play this one, so I will play it. Let me just do my introduction for those that are just coming in. Okay, so this is like part 3 of another video. Okay, so that's why we're halfway through it. So whether it makes sense or not, you do have the opportunity to go and look at the other 2 videos. But hello, by the way, my name is Asherah, and welcome to my unique PhD journey. I'm exploring dissociative identity disorders and psychosis alongside conscious expansion, blending the 3D academic world with my 5D spiritual practices. I'm also training as a shaman practitioner and bringing my gifts as a clairvoyant and medium. As we dive in, please note that I am channeling spirit. The insights are personal and spiritual, not clinical. While I have academic training in mental health, this journey is about authentic, multidimensional exploration. So let's embark on this journey together and uncover the intersections of science and spirit. Okay, that's my introduction. I feel like I'm drunk, basically, but it's not that. It's because the dream that I was having was very vivid and it was very astral projection. So I know that my spirit was half in my body and half out my body, and that's why I feel drained. So you know, like in the film Ghost, and Whoopi Goldberg lets the ghost go in her, and then when she pushes him out, her body is drained. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not the film and I'm not Whoopi Goldberg, but that's how it feels to me when I'm channeling sometimes, and I'm half asleep and half awake. This is not paralysis. I can still move, I can still talk, I can still whatever, but energetically I am drained. So that was it. I was gonna eat some food while this plays. That's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, where's the remote?
Seems that someone was under, and I'm getting family. I don't know why.
I need to turn the TV around. This reader is One with Cold Tarot. I've been watching her for about 5 years, the same as the other girl too. The other lady that was on the first video is based in America. This lady is based in London, the UK. So they don't know each other. They've never met either, and neither of them have met me. But earlier when I was talking about having some issues with my divorce and stuff like that. So the title is Losing Their Mind in a Lawyer's Office Because of Paperwork. I also don't know if I mentioned, but I have on other videos that there's downloads around inheritance and wills and trust and stuff like that. But I don't know everything. I haven't got all the information. I've just got pieces of the jigsaw puzzle. But sometimes some of these readers have puzzle pieces that I didn't have, and that's why the ancestors say to play. So here we go.
But it seems like there's a person here who was under the impression that they were going to get something. Let me put the light on. One sec. I always forget to do this. So something's been illuminated for them that has stuck them in a rut. They may be feeling quite panicky right now. They were expecting something, a specific something, when it comes to money, when it comes to inheritance, when it comes to something along those lines, and they have been stuck walking over the fire, walking over the coals here. Okay, they don't want to believe something when it comes to fraud, maybe. We have runaway in reverse. So this is something that's holding them back, or why don't I hear choking them? It's choking them.
Yeah.
They can't run away from this. They can't make excuses about it. You have trapped here as well.
None of the electrics.
They may feel like they're in a cage.
The microwave's not working, so I try to use the stove.
And then we
the stove's
also
not
have
working.
grandparents
What about the fridge?
with caregiver underneath. They may have taken a responsibility. They may have
When
taken
I was putting the oven in for my
I'm going to pop this one down as well. Should we put it down? No, they don't. Okay. They may have had to take on the role of caregiver, or someone here felt very trapped in the role of caregiver for a poorly grandparent or grandparents. But what I'm getting right now is someone is very upset with some sort of, they're in an office of some sort, and it looks very formal, and something's been told to them when it comes to this person or people that they took care of, and they thought they'd be like partying, they thought they would be celebrating, and they're not. Okay, let's find out why they're not. This is giving me like being cut out of a will, or being cut out of a will, or being told one thing and then finding out the complete opposite, and you've already kind of spent that money in your head, or you've already, you know, designed or decorated the inside of that house that you thought you were going to get. Tell me what we need to know about this situation, please, Spirit. What do we need to know? On the table, please. On the table, please. Okay, so we have fraud coming out, we have desert, and we have the devil. Okay, and what was that one? Faked death is coming out. I've been told to put that one back. So we started off with fraud. We have fraud in reverse. I've been told to turn it around, but I have a feeling that the reason why it came out like this is because there's denial. Someone does not want to admit either their culpability, or they do not want to admit that something isn't authentic or hasn't been authenticated. So they can't get their hands or their claws on this grandparent's money or home. We have desert coming out here. So it's very harsh conditions, very harsh conditions. And then we have the devil. A lot of greed coming in here. I honestly feel like the treatment of this, if you weren't the carer, excuse me, of these grandparents, and this is somebody else, they didn't treat them very well. And this is like karma. They didn't treat them very well. And I kept seeing, oh, they did not treat them very well. Like their passing over could have been not natural or accidental. Organised crime is in reverse. It feels like this is like a message from the grave, especially if this person has already passed away or these people have passed away. We have jealousy coming out here as well. This is giving family. This is giving family, and it's giving family expecting to get a payout after the grandparents have passed away, taking on the role of caregiver and not really taking care of the grandparents, only to find out that the money, estate, whatever, heirlooms have not been left to them. And I kept getting the card revenge, but in reverse. So this is, I think this is a message also to whoever this is, that it wasn't done as revenge, it was done as a lesson. This is to their child. So this is someone's, whoever it is that's losing their ish right now in this official place, I don't know who they're with. Like it could be a lawyer, it could be whoever it is that reads the will and testament, you know, last rites. That's the child of the grandparents. So that could be your parents, or it could be your aunties, your uncles, something along those lines. So we had the light shining right on that face. Very jealous. It also seems like you have someone who is jealous of you as a child. Very jealous of you as a child. Fire could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. Let's pop this back. What else would you like me to get out? Where would you like me to go, Spirit? Here. This one? Oh, I'm being told to take out the messy deck. Okay, let's go. I've been told to take from the bottom though. So, I'll take these lot. And that one as well. Let's see what would like to come through. What can they not run away from? Fighting your corner, speaking up and saying no. Focus on that goal. What does that mean? Because do you know what? I feel like something, they're going to be caught out for something here. And it's not just the behaviour, the treatment of either this one person or these two people, but they're also to do with There's something to do with the paperwork. There's something going on with the paperwork here. This feels like the old switcheroo. It feels like even though both of these people, both of your grandparents or one of your grandparents may have given up, like, there's a name for it and I cannot remember it, when you give up your right to be able to make decisions, like large decisions yourself. And so somebody else in the family or the government or whoever, they can do that instead, but you have to sign it. You have to sign some sort of form or whatever stating that you are happy to do that and that you're in sound mind to do that now, so that when you're not in sound mind, somebody else can help you out. And I feel like one or both may have been bullied or threatened into doing it. And I do feel like you have an auntie, an uncle, a mum or a dad or something along those lines who kind of like is it strong-fisted or manhandled this grandparent or grandparents into signing over something, but they still had their wits about them at that point, and they switched it. It's like having a will and then updating the will and not telling them that they updated the will and they're not in it. Yeah, they don't take any accountability for their behaviour. And they made something worse. They made something worse here. They made it worse by how they treated them when nobody saw.
Okay, so I don't know what most of the... I went downstairs. Earlier on, I put in a new oven. You know, like the fitted kitchen ovens. And when I was pulling out the old oven, it sparked. Because it was still plugged in at the bottom, believe it or not. But you couldn't see that it was because there was another wire. And it looked like that was the wire for the oven. So I can see why my son was a little bit confused. But anyhow, I've tripped the wire without realising. So that side of the kitchen electrics weren't coming on. But the fridge and everything was okay, thank God. And the freezer. Anyway, when I was downstairs, I put a load in the washing machine. And I put the one in the washing machine in the dryer. And while I was doing that, Spirit says to me to tell you to record, that it's, I don't know how you feel about watching the tarot readings, but what they're saying to me is that they're necessary because it's giving you a different perspective. It's giving you a perspective into piecing together some of these experiences that I'm having, but also it gives you an awareness that some of the stories that I'm going to talk about are going to they're going to lean towards paranoia. Yeah, they're going to lead towards paranoia. So when I come out my house, there's always cars there. It's like living on the fucking Truman Show. And that I'm always being watched, I'm always being monitored, I'm always being followed. That can sound like paranoia. And as we know, paranoia can fall under a mental health condition or diagnosis. So, because that is the case and that is a fact, Spirit is saying to me it's important to get other people's perspectives that are happening in real time. So it's not that I've pre-recorded it, it's not that I've spoke to them, it's not even that I've listened to it before it's being recorded. I'm recording it and listening to it at the same time. So I don't know what was just said because obviously I was downstairs, but when I play it back, I will get the opportunity to listen to the whole reading. Okay, because there's information coming through the tarot readings, but I also want you to pay a special attention to the way they talk. How did they receive their messages? Does it sound like they're talking to you, or does it sound like they're talking to you and somebody else potentially in the room? Bronwyn does a lot of, she will ask questions, do you want me to take that card? And she will wait to hear a yes or a no, and then you'll hear her say, no, right, I'm not going to take that card. They don't want me to take that card. Who are they that don't want her to take that card? Yeah? What is the information she's tapping into? Is she saying it's the cards doing it? Is she saying it's her intuition? Is she saying I've got a feeling? Is she saying it's her opinion? So it's not just about assessing me, because as an academic, how can you assess me if you don't know what the esoteric side of things look like, or what the esoteric community sound like? Because if it's just a case where I'm saying that I'm paranoid, well, I'm saying that I believe that my family are working against me. I believe my family have been working against me my whole life, in fact. Yeah? My whole life, in fact. I believe that my ex-husband come in as a karmic twin flame to teach us both lessons. But those lessons were traumatic. Yeah, and those lessons led to divorce proceedings, childcare proceedings, kids being uprooted. I mean, all kinds of nonsense, being dragged through court for 5 years. Yeah. And the spiritual side of things, of me feeling like there was some underhand works, and then having the tarot community discuss those and underhand works. They're discussing the things that I'm thinking and seeing. So they are supporting a lot of my shamanic downloads, because they are giving validation to what I'm thinking and feeling. So they wouldn't say I'm paranoid. They would say, let's see what the cards say. And if the cards align, they would say that's what's going on. That because whether or not you can see in this dimension or not, it doesn't take away the fact that it's happening. So even if my family turned around and completely protest, and such man completely protest and said, no, not in the gospel, not in the gospel, you know what I mean? Nothing's ever happened like that. And that's absolutely fine for them to say that, because that is their reality, quite possibly, or it might not be. But if it is generally wholeheartedly their reality, that's their reality, and I accept that. But what also needs to be accepted is that this is my reality. And in my reality, the story is very, very different. And that's the story that we're going to look at. That's the story that we're going to dive into, because that's the information that I have from a personal account. I can't talk from any other account than my own personal account. It would make this research project flawed. I'm talking about my personal experiences, and I'm looking for things within the 3D world that are academic as well as esoteric to support whether or not what I'm experiencing is mental health, or it's a spiritual expansion, or a spiritual experience. Alright, so my food's getting cold, believe it or not. So I'm gonna shut up, I guess.
Cross-watcher, taking notes, slander, gossip, envy, and stalker. You do have somebody who may be watching the things that
Sorry,
you upload,
to show you my
because they are
food.
very,
So I'm
very
having some
worried that
soup
you're going to figure something
that I'm
out
gonna
here,
chuck all these
or that you already
vegetables
know.
and stuff in. And I've also got coconut rice.
Okay, we've got
And I'm gonna chuck the coconut rice. Okay, so basically I've got a tom yum. I had one of these last week when I got back from Africa, and it was delicious. And I'm having one again.
Okay, fruitless discussion, love like no.
The title up again.
No. Okay, so what is happening? It feels like there's a lot of shouting, but not much is being said. Tell me about traps, please. You are. Stay-at-home parent, but we also have focused intentions on target, group chanting, trapped elemental beings, heat, coals, and fire. And we had fire coming out before with viral. Whatever is going on here, you have someone who is of an older generation who may be doing spell work, ritual work, something along those lines to push the results into their favor. The fact that they didn't get that, I think that's another reason why they've had such a dramatic response to finding out that actually they're not on the wheel, or something here is fraudulent, and that they aren't getting anything. Tell me please about traps now. Thank you. Life savings. Okay, this is definitely about money. Life savings. This could have been the grandparents' life savings.
So this is my granddad, okay? This is my granddad's story to me. Yeah. My granddad's saying that they've taken stuff that they shouldn't have done on my mum's side of family.
Like these life savings or
the
something
granddad that's in the room with me.
You are supposed to have this.
Yeah.
Grandparents. Tell me about the grandparents, please. Heart chakra. Oh,
and I recorded this.
Your grandparents love you.
Yeah, they do.
They
really
love.
do. Oh, don't make me cry.
They still love you.
Oh, don't make me cry. I recorded today just talking a little bit about this, okay? So now this recording's been recorded the day after I said what I said about people taking the piss with my granddad's shit. So yeah, it's interesting that Bonman's talking about it, but yeah. My nan and granddad love me to the moon and back, man. They told me you met Tree. It's us. It's me and my grandparents all day long.
Oh, that's so beautiful. They absolutely adore you, and they always have.
Yeah, that's true.
You have someone said you have the heart of your grandmother, or you hold the same compassion as your grandmother.
I'm just like her.
So we got this full. You want to come out? Birds. Yeah, put it back. Birds. Very high expectations. Why does it feel like, why does it feel like the person who is having this massive like meltdown because they're not getting the things they thought they were, had very high expectations for something to look a certain way? Because if this is like a copy, they wanted the copy to pass some sort of test. It's like having a certificate. Say you have a fake antique, but you want to sell it as being original, so you have to go and get you have to have a certificate showing that it's authentic, and you pay for someone to make it for you, and they have like glowing recommendations through the black market that, I don't think that's the thing that can happen, having glowing recommendations through the black market, but anyway, they guarantee that would pass the mark and no one would know, and yet it didn't. Whoever it is that's looking at this paperwork is going, this isn't right, this doesn't make sense, or those numbers on the side of that paperwork should actually be so and so, and they're actually 1, 2, 3, 4. This is fake. This is fake. Actually very high expectations. So they're losing out. I feel like they have already taken something that wasn't theirs.
Trust me.
And this was supposed to be like the cream on the top, or supposed to be like the cherry on the top of stealing something else. And this can actually open up some sort of curiosity for people to kind of investigate this. Tell me about Desert though. Hi Desert. Ooh, it's coming out again. It's coming out again. And it says you deserve the finer things in life, but it's in reverse. Next to Desert, they don't want you having anything.
Nothing
they
at
want
all.
you in drought.
Trust me.
But
Literally.
it feels like it's the opposite. What's actually happening is when this information has been reviewed in the paperwork, it shows that they get nothing. They get absolutely nothing. And they may have already taken things that belonged to these grandparents. And I just saw a watch, a really nice looking watch, and I saw like pearl, but like either pearl like drop earrings or a pearl necklace of some sort. And this is like freshwater pearl, not cultivated in a lab pearl. There are some family heirloom.
So what she's describing about seeing, she's saying that she's having a visual download, and the visual download is showing her something and she's describing it. So again, as much as you're listening to the words and the content, you're also looking at the tarot reader's style of communicating with spirit.
Here that were stolen. They were taken by their own grown-up children, whether that's mum, dad, auntie, uncle, whoever, and they legally were not allowed to take them. I don't know if they've kept them or if they've sold them, but if they have sold them, they will have to give back the monetary value, and I think they've realised this. I think they're realising this. You have got this coming out again with focused intention on target groups, chanting, trapped elemental beings, heat, coals and fire, and we have the devil here. So you have a family member or more. I don't even feel like it's one person in the family. I feel like it's the side of one of the family. So if you have your mum, you have your dad, you have your mum's family, and then you have your dad's family, and it's one or the other. The whole family's involved. There may be a couple younger generations that have no idea what's going on, but
This is what my ancestors are telling me. How the fuck does she? Not how does she know that, but God, it's so. When you understand the depths of this situation, I'm literally on my own. I'm literally on my fucking own. If it wasn't for my ancestors. I'm not fussed about being on my own, you know, don't get me wrong, because I don't even like them people. Well, it's the literal fact, you know. It's the fact that not only am I on my own, I've been on my own since little, man. From little, I knew that they weren't for me. And from when I was little, I knew that they had no good intentions for me, but I've had to survive by being around their company. And the reason why I'm crying right now is because I am free. I literally am free from these people. And it has been such a long time coming. It's fucking overwhelming. I'm actually free from these people. They can't do me nothing. They can't, you know what I'm saying? They can't ask me for nothing. They can't beg me nothing. They can't take nothing. I'm free. I'm really, really free from all of them. There's 5 families. There's my ex-husband's family that I feel that love Flingstone and Hyde had. Him and his crew. There's my mum Janet and her crew, which is my mum's side of family. There's my dad Cecil and his crew, which is obviously my dad's side of family. Then there's a boyfriend that I got pregnant for after the children's dad called Daniel, his family, and then my children's father's family. Yeah, so the 3 men I have been pregnant for, and my mum and dad side of family. Those are the 5 families involved that come through for one reason or another. Some come through more than others, but trust me, everybody is here. And when I seen everybody outside on the field, everybody was outside on the field outside my house. That's what I could see. I could see these people.
telling you, I feel it. This is like group activity, group effort, and they are doing some weird weird stuff here, like Satanist, weird. I think I'll put this back. Yeah, they do some weird stuff, and I think that they're doing weird stuff because this isn't just to do with this money. It's to do with you. Someone here has always seen you as a golden child, or they were always jealous of you as a child because of the light that you shone. So they've been trying to keep you in drought for a very long time. And there's something really important about this win for you. Like you being given this, you being given the life savings, or being given something from the heart from your grandparents. It almost like marks a change between light and dark.
Yeah, fuck
your
me.
Progress on your ascension.
Fuck me.
On your path of
Now imagine I'm saying that there's a war going on between good and evil in it. And it's happening in the 5D, but it's also happening here in the 3D. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier on, and possibly the other video, but that's the point, isn't it? That once this war is done, but it's not just done on earth, it's done in heaven too. You know what I mean? And it has been a battle. It has been a fucking battle, man. It really has been a battle, man. Don't get it twisted. But it's been a worthwhile battle. It's been a worthwhile battle. It really has.
You know, healing of service to the collective consciousness, to the universe, to God, to whoever you see as the oneness of all. A change. It's almost like a change in scales.
It's changing of the guards.
And I think this is what they're frightened of. This is the reason why they are crashing out. They are literally losing their mind. Because when this gets to you, it's almost like an omen. It feels like an omen. It feels like they were told. They were foretold. I don't know if they have like a dark high priestess.
My CD.
Sorry, I just put down the food because I'm eating the food and I can taste there's certain elements of the food which taste like it's gone off. And I mentioned earlier on that one of my clairs is to like have, I said about my clair to see germs, but I also have a clairs to know if it's food I should eat and I shouldn't eat. But I knew consciously something was going on because the food took about half an hour longer than it normally takes. Then it said it was going to be delivered because it sounds like I'm that paranoid that I believe that they put things in the food. So I will order and not order, but even if I order and they have poisoned it, I can sense it and pick it up. So I just say that I'm hungry, but I'd rather leave that food and do without because I have had a few bites, so I'm not going to be starving. You know what I mean? But literally, that's how deep it is for me. That's how deep it is for me. If an Amazon delivery comes to the house, I've got to check it twice because there's different things coming at me. Sorry, but it started and I didn't turn on the volume.
Given to them, if it's legally...
Let me go back a bit.
In service to the collective consciousness, to the universe, to God, to whoever you see as the oneness of all. It's almost like a change in scales. And I think this is what they're frightened of. This is the reason why they are crashing out. They are literally losing their mind. Because when this gets to you, it's almost like an omen. It feels like an omen. It feels like they were told. They were foretold. I don't know if they have like a dark high priestess.
Leslie.
Or an oracle or something like that. But they
Hazel.
were flipping told if so-and-so from the collective gets this paperwork, if it is given to them, if it's legally processed and they get the money and we have to give all of this stuff back, done, finished. The veil is pulled off, everyone's going to see us for who we are. Everyone's going to know. Everyone. Where would you like me to go? This one? So there's a lot at stake for this part of your family or estranged family. So it makes sense why you have people who are like checking your online presence in some way, checking to see whether or not you have started talking about something or started creating something. And I just realised, did I ring the bell at the start? Because I cannot remember if I did or not. So I'm going to do it again now, just in case. There's so many readings today, I cannot remember. My name is Bronwen. This is Bronwen's Code Tarot 111. If you are new to my channel, welcome in. It's really good to have you here. If you are a returning subscriber or family, it's good to have you back. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. I actually truly appreciate them genuinely. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, I'm about to ring a bell that can get quite loud. So please turn down your listening device in 3, 2, and in 1. I swear sometimes, like my ADHD brain has like the memory of an absolute goldfish, and I can put things down and then forget where I put that thing. Seriously. So I have no idea whether or not I have already introduced myself. If I have, well, you got to see it twice. Lucky you. Tell me about cross watchers, please. Cross watchers, you've got an Emperor coming out here. You also have Death on the back. And you have the 8 of Pentacles. This is someone who may have been paid to do so. They may have paid like a PI or someone to follow you, especially your online movements. Because this is like, it's heating up for them. I think this has been, I do not feel like for most people, these grandparents passed recently. I think that this has been a while and this has been hidden for a very long time. For others, there may be a very small amount of you that this happened, let's say last year or 6 months ago, but for most, we are talking decades, years, decades. But the Emperor here is either a business owner or somebody who is they can be forceful. Again, fire sign. And that's what we got before, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. The Death card being at the bottom. The Death card at the bottom is letting me know that something has not completed, something has not ended, and if we're looking at the life savings here of Trapped, they've done something with the life savings, or this part of the family, they've done something here to accumulate more money, or it's to accumulate more money. They've been siphoning bits off. Like they did this, they've done this unofficially, and they have to pay it all back, and they can pay it all back. They're going to try and lie and say that they've got no money left, but I feel like, look, you've got 7 of Pentacles coming up. They're lying. They're money bags, absolute money bags. They've been doing some illegal-ish here with the Hierophant in reverse. 3 of Pentacles, we've got collaborations coming through, and this is what's going to be exposed. It's not just, and they don't want this. They literally don't want this to happen with the Tower in reverse. This isn't just, oh no, we're not going to be able to get that money or that house. It's, oh no, everyone's going to see the weird ish that we've been involved in, where this money has been put into, and who we've been hanging around with, who we've been associating with. Because I feel that every single person on that side of the family for you, they have a business of some sort. It may be a family business. It may be that each of them has opened up their own business. For some, multiple businesses. Some have done really well, some have failed. But it seems like they've gone from not having the funding to do that to all of a sudden they can. And it doesn't have to be a massive business. It's just out of character. It's out of character. I've got one card in here that's not supposed to be there. Look what it is. 7 of Swords right next to the 6 of Swords as well. Deceit. I feel like what is going to be their downfall also, it's not just this and playing with actual fire. Like who plays with this and then does not expect the devil to knock at their door? Like, honestly. But there is fighting, there's in-house fighting here. It's left confusion, it's left heartache, it's left people acting through volatile emotions rather than logic. Let's pop you over there. There's going to be a lot of finger pointing, a lot of who's going to be thrown onto the bus. Got the High Priestess coming out here. So the Page of Wands, look, another card that's not supposed to be there. The Page of Wands is a really good energy for like adventure, taking risks, being spontaneous, tapping into your inner teen, your inner 20-year-old, your inner child, right? And you have the High Priestess here. I have a feeling that your grandparents or grandparent was your soul family, not just your tangible on this 3D realm family, like blood family. I think that they have shared lives with you before.
Yeah.
They knew.
Yeah, my grandparents, yeah. My downloads are, and when I speak to my grandma and granddad, they haven't said it to me directly, but from what I'm feeling, is that my grandma, my dad's mum, my mum's dad, and my dad's mum are my celestial parents. They're my parents, man. The way they deal with me so rough, yeah. And the way they love me so hard, that's how it makes me feel, man. They got my back, man. They got my back, man. I'm 300 man strong, man. 3,000 man strong. They said, they got my back. I do not walk alone. I'm in my room alone, but I am not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I love you, Nanny and Granddad. I love your mum and dad.
That they were like your protectors. They knew, either consciously they knew, or unconsciously, it's just their souls knew that this money or property or whatever that's coming to you is going to help you help others. So help yourself first, get yourself that home, or spruce up the home that you already have, pay off your debts and all the rest of it. But the life savings is large, it's larger. And it's going to help to create for someone specifically a foundation. I don't know if you want to do a foundation.
I do.
It could be a foundation for the elderly who get abused, something along those lines.
So
it won't be exact for every single person, and for some it won't resonate. But you're coming out as the High Priestess here. And whenever I see the High Priestess, I always think of Spider-Man when Peter Parker's uncle says.
Sorry, I've got to tell you what I got a download just in it, and I saw a vision. And I saw a vision of Pauline hitting my granddad, saying something like, "Remember, Daddy, when you used to beat me? Remember, Daddy, when you used to beat me?" And she's showing him how he used to beat her. She's taking this opportunity out of a sick man on his deathbed to taunt him and take out her revenge on him. while he was vulnerable, just before he died. That's what I just got shown in a download.
To him, with power comes great responsibility, and that's so true for the High Priestess. With that power of being a divine channel between heaven and earth, between the cosmos and Mother Gaia, it comes with a lot of responsibility. It comes with a lot of, like, maybe even high expectations to keep growing and having that growth mindset, and to be healing and to be mature. And do you know what I mean? But placing that here, they knew, I feel like your grandmother or your grandfather, whoever this is, they saw that light in you, and it reminded them of someone. It may have reminded them of their own mother or their sister or somebody else that was in that lineage of chosen. And they didn't say anything. Either they didn't say anything because they were shushed, or they didn't say anything because they didn't think you'd understand, because you weren't ready. Wow. And someone has either their grandmother or their grandfather with them always. Like, I was having a hypothetical conversation with myself, which I do a lot, and I'm not crazy, I promise. I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about people's beliefs and what happens when you pass over. And the person that was talking, I agreed with. I believe that when we pass over, we have a choice of whether we just want to rest and recuperate as just energy without a body, or whether we're ready to move on into our next lives. And sometimes I feel like some energy just doesn't want to leave until all of their soul family is ready to leave too. And I think that someone's grandmother or grandfather or both, they are staying in resting period. They are part of your team of highest light and resonance, as that they are your guides. They are not leaving until you do. And when you do, they want to go together. And I feel like you may have had lives before like that. We'll go together. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's so lovely. It's making me a bit emotional, you know that. Tell me about the heart chakra. You have the Ace of Swords coming out to the Queen of Pentacles. I was told to put this one back. Why? Because it will lie to you. There's something here about lying to you. So they're trying to affect your heart space.
Did you see her just say they're telling me to put this one back? That's what I'm referring to when I'm saying listen to what she's saying and how she's getting her information. Alright. And also how confidently she's talking about what she's seeing and what she's feeling, as if it's completely normal.
I feel like someone's centre really is their heart space. Okay. Should I put this back? Yeah, okay. Okay. Tell me about the heart chakra when it comes to grandparents. We have here the Nine of Pentacles. Exactly. This is all to do with freedom. It's to do with achievement. It's independence. I mean, look at how bougie she looks, and look at all of her awards on her wall. She has it all, and she did it herself. And I think that there is something about the achievements that you have made through your life that are not the big ones that we shout about and that we post on Facebook or we post on TikTok or whatever. They're the smaller ones that have to do with how we heal within ourselves, how we learn to have stronger boundaries, how we learn to love, how we learn to know what exactly we want and what we need, and how to have good standards, how to connect, all of those things. I feel like those are the achievements that really, really matter. They matter more than money. They matter more than a certificate saying, yes, I now have a degree. And your grandparents or grandparent, they knew this. And I think they were just waiting. They were waiting and waiting. And this is why it's felt like it's been going on forever, because you had to get to a certain degree of awareness of your spirituality, your religion, your belief, your faith, and in knowing thyself, because in knowing thyself, you know God, or you know the oneness of all, before this could come up. And before those who are the perpetrators who abused them, abused their power, abused any support that they got also, are now punished, are now brought into accountability. And they're all going to be seen for who they are. They're all going to be seen for who they are. I mean, what does it say when you have to have an entire group of people all doing their hexing or whatever, or chanting and trapping elemental beings and hot coals and fire and retete, when they all have to do that against one individual. What does that say as it speaks volumes to the one individual, but also to this group? If it takes that many people to try and knock you down, you are one strong mofo. You are one strong mother. You really are. But then it also shows that they have had to connect with an energy like this, even to try and have a fighting chance. Wow. Look at that. Look, come straight out, the devil. You've got the Knight of Wands. Oh me, oh my. Tell me about very high expectations. You've got strength coming out. I don't feel like that's for very high expectations. I feel like it's for that. Because we got the opposite of strength. Weakness. They're weak-ass mofos. They really are. Very high expectations when it comes to the lack of fraud, or the lack of wanting to listen to the fact that it is fraud. You have the Two of Pentacles here. A decision needs to be made. A decision needs to be made. I feel like there is a decision that needs to be made by the person who is in this office. Wherever this office is, it's like a clerical office. They have a decision they have to make right there and then when they find this out. And they don't really know what to do, because they're gonna need to speak to everyone else in the family. I heard there's an order to things. You have Judgment coming out in reverse. You have the Page of Swords. So we have the negative karma is coming to them. They're having everything stripped from them. Everything's going to be stripped from them. And this is something that people are going to see or watch. You have injustice in reverse. It's going to feel so unfair to them. So unfair. But to be quite honest, this is the scales rebalancing themselves after decades, I heard, or after years. One more, please. What about the devil when it comes to this focused chanting and stuff? Can you tell me about that? Thank you. Two of Cups. This is somebody that you may still, one of the people that are involved, you may actually still view them as being someone that you like. Excuse me, I just had a confirmation, but somebody that you get on with, somebody that you would claim to love. This could be a cousin. This could be a, for someone here, it could be an older cousin, especially if your cousins are decades older than you. This is very intriguing. I'm gonna, do you know what? I'm gonna close this reading, because otherwise I will be here for years and years and a day. Just know that this is happening in divine timing. It's happening in divine timing, and it is going to happen in your lifetime. Someone needs to hear that. Obstacles to overcome. You've got March coming out as well. So for someone, March is very, very important. Very important. What do you need to know about this Emperor? Thank you. Pay close attention to your health. And also stepping into a new experience. Can I get one for the High Priestess when it comes to life savings? Wait. Temporary problems. Okay. So this money may be trapped somewhere, or it's being held up, but it is coming. It is, and it's a temporary problem, not a permanent. Thank you. We also have here an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross is coming out here. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles for grandparents and heart chakra. Thank you. It says you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals, and it's upside down. I think that they always knew that you were destined for something great, and that you would be able to find resilience and strength in times of darkness or great need. Because I feel like someone's grandparents went through a lot, like my grandparents on my dad's side. My nan is Irish, or was Irish, and my granddad was from Barbados. And they used to get spat upon when they would walk down the street because they were an interracial couple. They got married in 1936. Terrible, terrible, how dare you. My dad said that my auntie would get in the bath and like scrub herself to get rid of the dirt because people would say she was dirty because she was biracial. And it's crazy the amount of resilience that you'd have to go through that to find love and to hold on to it, even though there's so much adversity around you. And I think that your grandparents or your grandparent, they saw that spark of just like, I don't know how to explain it, it's fire. Like that spark of fire, of passion, of strength in you, even when you were a child. They saw it all. They knew because you reminded them of someone that they already knew. And they knew they were passing down the baton. They knew they were passing down the baton, seriously. Tell me a little bit more, please. Thank you. Reconciliation is coming out, but it's in reverse. I feel like your grandparents or grandparent want to give you all of this and have wanted to give you all of this because they're realizing that every other person in their family on one side, including their own children, are rotten apples. They literally are rotten apples. Who goes and starts chanting and doing devil work and stuff like that because you're not happy that you're not getting the money, and start doing weird things and getting yourself connected into weird things? Like, are you serious? Are you serious? Karma, you will reap what you have sown. This is exactly that, karma. It's karma. Absolute, utter karma. What a period of prosperity and abundance is upside down. They're going to have to give back a lot. They're going to have to give back a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Tell me about the Page of Swords, please. You deserve the finer things in life in reverse. And desert. Thank you. Misunderstanding is upside down. Yeah, because do you know what? There is no way for them to explain what they've been doing other than telling the truth. That there's been spiritual bullying going on for a very long time. Actual spiritual bullying. Non-stop is what I heard. Non-stop. Okay, waiting for a news or package is coming through. And you have financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past year. It didn't work. It didn't work. If anything, it stripped them of everything. And you also have here dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you the confirmation and clarity that you needed, that you already intuitively knew. If you are new to my channel and this resonated and you'd like to see more of my content and when I actually post, I would love you to hit on the like, the subscribe and on the notification bell. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. Stay awesome, stay sassy and cool. And I will...
This woman is also a good woman. Asking people if they should just come. And then this woman to Journey tell let me get the other woman's name. Lily Love, Intuitive Soul of the Divine. Just YouTube. A group of people are losing their shit because you are not in poverty. 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago she put that up. Baldwin put this up 2 hours ago. The Most High is warning you of danger. If
when
you
I
found
tapped
this
into
message,
you
it
guys'
wasn't
energy,
by.
when I tapped into
Let's
the
try this
collective,
now.
Your business is only using 20% of its data.
Oh, I'm getting into bed now. Don't know if I'm gonna fall asleep because I don't feel tired anymore, so I think I'll be alright. But what she's just spoke about is what I believe that I'm in. That's my reality. Wrongly or rightly, paranoia or not paranoia, that's what I believed. You know, that's what's going on for me. Yeah, she's back. I feel so upset and I feel so happy at the same time. I've already done video recordings, you know, since the 6th of November 2025, and today is the 12th of November 2025. But I've already done videos recording saying that I think my nan and my granddad are my mum and dad. I think my nan and granddad are my mum and dad. You get what I'm trying to say? Because I've gone into the spiritual world, and when I'm in the spiritual realm, and I haven't met my mum and dad in the spiritual realm, Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I'm thinking, where is everybody now? Don't get me wrong, I've met elements and I've had experiences. I don't even know how to explain it. I just know that I've been waiting to meet this mum and dad. That's what I've been doing. I've been waiting to meet this mum and dad, because when I was 9 years of age, I was asking God, why are my mum and dad my mum and dad? My mum and dad, I'm saying to God, ain't got no sense. I understand I chose them, but I just couldn't understand. I still don't. I understand more now, but at the time I could not understand when I was 9 why I chose these people. We're just not. We're not the same. We're not the same. So most of my life I've been growing up around people that I just don't understand them. I don't understand them. I don't get them. I listen to them. They talk about each other. On my mum's side, they talk about each other behind their back. They're so. Me, I'm like, if you don't like me, don't chat to me. I'm not gonna smile with you if I don't like you. If my spirit don't text you, I'm not gonna. Me and you ain't got nothing. But these people, they still continue. I don't get it, man. I don't know. And then my mum went on like tarot cards were really bad, and she went on like that for years. And then when her brother Joe died during COVID, so we're gonna imagine it's around 21, because I think I stopped talking to my mum in 21. Her sister is, I got in her sister's house. Spirit's talking to me. At some point they've said, look over there, because I can feel the energy, you know. I can even feel somebody or something upstairs. I'm looking, I look on where they told me to look, and I see bare tarot cards, and I'm like, but Leslie, because I went out the living room into the kitchen where her and my mum was sitting down having a cup of tea and a cigarette. I said to Leslie, you got tarot cards? And she went, oh yeah. My mum was like, oh really? As if it's mum and Leslie, that woman, because the family, after Grandad died in 2015, the family's divided. So it's Mama Janet with Leslie, and then it's Bev, Pauline, Norris, Lyde and Catty. On that side, although Pauline likes to put herself in the middle, she likes to play both sides. You know what I mean? Through Leslie. So my Janet's always cussing Leslie about the relationship she has with Pauline, because according to Janet, Pauline's a puppeteer. She's very manipulative. She's a very dangerous woman. Do you know what I mean? My mum's always said stay away from her, but she was fun when we was younger. She was like the fun auntie. You know what I mean? And my mum just constantly warned me, stay away from Pauline. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Stay away from Pauline. But let's let the rhythm run anyway, because we're back on. Oh shit.
Given this image, this vision into you guys' energy, when I tapped into the collective, I was given this image, this vision of someone pushing through and moving things out of the way, and then it was almost like they were going into a utility cupboard, or they were pulling things out of a wall. I couldn't really see properly, because the way that they were doing it, they were facing me like I was the wall, and they pulled out some sort of piping here, or they pulled out wiring, and I was given the word sabotage, but it's really nuanced, it's really subtle, and I wanted to know why. Why is someone trying to subtly, it's like they're trying to eavesdrop. It's because I asked Spirit, was this like someone tapping into your phones or hacking your computers? And I got no. So far I got no. But there's definitely this energy of wanting to tap in some way and monitor you. And the first card that came out was Sip In, with the rumours, gossip and nosy. So someone is very interested. They're very interested in what's going on with you. And as I kept broaching the subject with Spirit, I was shown the card, romantic partner, soulmate, and friendship. So they're wanting to know about some sort of romantic partner, whether that is someone coming into your life or someone already in your life. Okay, we have consequences with bad choices, games and mixed signals. I'm sorry, I'm not getting very good lighting at the moment. Let me just Turn that one on as well. Well, hey, and then there was light. Bad choices, games, and mixed signals, but it's in reverse. So they're talking about some sort of good luck that you're having, and it's a load of people. There's a group of people, and I don't know if this is like what's it called, remote viewing, because they're definitely looking in somehow, but it doesn't feel like they're doing it through tech. But I may be wrong. We'll find out. Okay, so we have third parties, haters, and lesson learned coming out. Someone may have felt burned by you. They may have felt burned by your energy, by your protection, by your guides. We have got arrogant, rash actions, and insincere. This is somebody who may want to come in and give you an apology. They may be feeling very stressed out right now because they are not doing well money-wise, and they're having to swallow their pride. This person is greedy. They will go for whatever it is that they want by any means necessary, and they're very inconsiderate. Tell me more about this karmic, please, or these karmics that are talking about the collective's good luck. Yeah, they're not protected. They may be actually talking about how to take away your protection. I feel like this is a warning. This is a warning coming in for someone here. From your angels, from the Most High, with protection, prevented from harm, and divine intervention being in reverse. It's like you have a group of people that are talking about, they're trying to figure out what your weak points are. What are the chosen's weak points? Why am I stuttering? Why am I stuttering? Tell me about Archangel Michael in reverse. Waves, emotions.